Hello, I'm Gary Jolly from the Tractor Store in Richland. Now's the best time of the year to save more with Mahindra, and it all starts with zero. Pay zero down and 0% interest up to 60 months. That's more for less on many of Mahindra's best-selling models, with tractors that deliver more lift, capacity, fuel efficiency, and built-in weight. So get zero down, 0% interest for up to 60 months on Mahindra, the world's #1 selling tractor, Mahindra, available at the Tractor Store in Richland.
Average. So he had 13 down there. I think 4 for 13. So he's 8 for 25 in the 2 games. And I give DJ and our team defense a lot of credit. I thought our defense again was fantastic. I love the rebounding. I thought Tolu with 13 boards and Abdul with 8 really anchored it. Tolu was great tonight on the defensive glass. I think that's probably a career high in defensive rebounds for one game. Maybe someone could check that. But I thought our overall team, I thought Davon did a great job moving the ball and sharing the ball, knocked down a couple big threes. So it was just I thought Derek was really good. I found, especially early in the game, just very, big 3 hits early, did a lot of good things for us. So it's a really good team win.
Neil, go ahead and hop in there.
I was trying my best to check that defensive rebound stat for you and wasn't able to get to it before you got here. I think you're right, though, too. I'll double-check it again here in a minute. You mentioned DJ and how well he played, especially in that first half. His second game, he started at the point for you. And do you see any growth from game 1 to game 2 with him playing at that position?
Well, actually, when we started Davon today, and so Davon was running the point when he's in the game. And then when he goes out, then it becomes DJ's job. And the reason I didn't start Iverson is he was late for something, a few minutes, and we're just holding him accountable. And it was, he's never late. He hasn't been late in 2 years to anything, but I want to really keep things tight run ship here. And so that was the only reason. And he'll be back in the starting lineup here on Saturday.
You were absolutely correct about the career high in defensive rebounds, and it's by a pretty wide margin, too, +5 today in that. So 12 defensive rebounds. Previous high was 7 for Tolu Smith on that end. What is it about Carolina's defense that can really just slow things down? The team was so good offensively in the first half, and then that zone looked like it kind of took you out of rhythm in the second half. What happened?
It did. We didn't. They haven't run that 3-2 zone at all here, so we didn't really prepare for it. So therein lies the problem. We knew they're going to be in the 2-3 zone. That's what they've been running. They maybe run just a couple possessions of the 3-2 the entire season. So that was something we haven't worked on, and it showed in our execution. But I thought we got better at it, and we got the ball high post one time to Quentin, who dumped it down low to Tolu. We had another nice pass in the first half from JD to Tolu. Getting the ball at high post, the touches was really good for us. And, our defense is what keyed the win again. And that's what, everything starts with that. I mean, I don't remember ever holding a team in SEC play to 29% from the field in 6 years. I think this is a first.
You held this team to 31 in Columbia, 29 today. And I told folks this is the first time that State has swept the 2-game series against Carolina since 2018. And this is a series, too, where it's hard to win games by double digits. And your team's done it twice now. How big an accomplishment is that, given the way that Coach Martin's teams typically play?
Yeah, it was huge. And I was really worried about this game because I have such respect for Frank and his program and everything he's accomplished. And just what a great competitor he is. And our guys came out and really built on what we did Saturday up in Oxford, and really took a positive step, putting back-to-back great efforts. And that was the key. It's just the effort, the execution defensively and offensively.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go back to the media portion, and Garrick, go ahead and hop on in there.
Hey, Ben, when you out-rebound a team 49-24, how much confidence does that give the bigs and really even the guards to just dominate a team on the glass like that?
Yeah, the key was those by getting stops. I mean, they missed 44 shots plus 3 foul shots. So there's 47 shots you have a chance to get on the defensive glass, and we got 37 of them. So the reason we outboarded them was they didn't make a lot of shots.
We'll go to John Sokoloff. John, hop in there for a couple.
Hey, Ben, I'm just curious how you've mentioned DJ's 5 assists and the other day he did well in that category too. How have you kind of seen him evolve as a passer?
I think he's always been a good passer. Again, this is another great example of poor coaching on my part to not have inserted him into the point guard earlier. But I won't make that mistake again. He's a good passer, and I think he's probably, when you look at his ability to penetrate and then kick out on his penetration, he did an outstanding job today. We started the game with 2 dunks up at Oxford on Saturday. I thought Davon had some really nice passes too today. He had a couple where he penetrated and made a nice bounce pass to Tolu for a dunk against their zone in the second half in front of our bench. Overall, again, we had 16 assists on our 24 baskets. I think we had 15 assists on our 25 baskets on Saturday. So back-to-back games where we really did a good job sharing the ball and everybody doing it. It was really big.
We'll wrap it up with Daniel. Daniel, hop in there.
Hey, Coach. I'm just wondering, you had that cold streak of the few losses, and then now you get the big win over Ole Miss and now South Carolina. What does that do for your confidence to the team and just moving forward as a program coming off of these 2 big wins?
I think it really supports the things that we're doing. I think, Derek Fountain's insertion into, a major role has been, really big for us here the last, 3.5, 4 weeks. Again, he had a really good game today, and especially early in the game, he really was good moving the ball, making passes. Really like what he brings to our team, and he's doing a great job really helping. It's been very stabilizing at that small forward position for us.
Thanks, Coach. We'll see you guys. We'll see you at the media session for Friday.
Thank you, guys.
It's DJ Stewart who moves in to talk with us now following Mississippi State's win today over South Carolina. DJ, I want to talk to you about moving and playing the point some in these last couple of games. What's that experience been like for you so far?
It's a learning experience. And just going back to just doing anything to help my team win.
Is it something you feel comfortable with?
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable there. I played in high school.
That's what I was going to ask you. Did you do that in high school?
Yes, sir.
First half today, you really helped this team get off to a flying start on the offensive end. And I know Davon, Coach told us, started the game. He played the point guard while he was out there, but we saw you make some nice passes too. How does your mentality have to change, or does it change at all when you're playing that position?
Just being unselfish. Like, I'm an unselfish player, just finding open and making the right reads.
Tell me about the buzzer beater at the end of the first half, because Coach talked about when you guys played at Carolina, you shot the 3 with confidence. You made 4 of them in that game. That's the only one you made today, but boy, that's a memorable one. Tell me about that play.
Shout out to Davon for finding me. If it wasn't for him to making the pass, I wouldn't have got it.
Hey, it was a big lift for your team. Good way to end the first half. And now you got some momentum. You've won back-to-back games. Second time that's happened in the SEC. Got Alabama coming in here, league leader, on Saturday. How important is it to keep building as you guys head toward the SEC tournament?
All right, we're just going back to the drawing board, learning from our mistakes this game, and focusing in on Alabama. And just keep playing together, keep playing hard, and try to keep this thing rolling.
Thanks, DJ. I'll let these other guys talk to you for a bit.
We'll start the media portion with Garrett. Garrett, go ahead.
Hey, DJ, when you hold a team like South Carolina to 29% from the floor, what is it that you guys are doing defensively to do that? And really, what's worked well for you guys the last 2 games to kind of limit opponents' offenses?
I'm just playing hard and being in the gaps, helping our teammates when they get beat. Just being in the gaps and playing hard is really just the most important thing.
Paul, go ahead.
DJ, I forget who, I think it was Iverson mentioned it last week about the offense starting to zip the ball more, moving more around against the zone. You guys did that again tonight. I know you had too many turnovers for your liking, but it seemed like you guys are moving the ball quicker on offense to open up more looks.
Yeah, we're figuring out that when the balls move, we get great looks, and when that happens, great things happen for the team.
Thanks, DJ. We'll go ahead and get Tolu up there.
All right.
Appreciate it.
We'll talk to him about today's game. Tolu had a big game rebounded, 13 of those today to go with 9 points. You heard Coach Howland talk about 12 defensive rebounds for Tolu Smith today. Tolu, let's start with 12 defensive rebounds, a career high for you in that category. When you're playing against a team and you're making it tough on them to make shots, like State's defense did against South Carolina today, how important is it to finish off those possessions with defensive rebounds like you did today?
It's really important. Just not letting them get second chance opportunities and finishing the possession. I felt like we played great on defense, so we just had to finish it off with a rebound.
Yeah, it looks like there's been some confidence in the last couple games in particular for this team now having won back-to-back. And I'm curious, as you came through a rough patch and started to gain some momentum and you got the big win on the road Saturday and followed it with one here today, how's that helped this team get ready for a run now to try and improve its seed in the SEC tournament?
It's good. We're a young team, so going through that kind of adversity is just great for us overall. To build upon our team as a unit. Just being together as one when we go through ups and downs is good for us going into these big games like Alabama and the conference tournament.
Yeah, folks haven't been able to key on you as much last couple of games either because Abdul has had 2 really good offensive games. What have you seen there that's allowed him to get more involved in the scoring role on this team?
Just being more aggressive, staying down there. I feel like the reds that happen with me just makes it easier for Abdul to get easier opportunities. So just Abdul finishing, just being the leader, being that older veteran guy that we need to do whatever we have to do to be successful. So.
I ask you about one newcomer here before I let the other guys jump in, and that's Javian Davis. He only had 2 buckets today, but I think watching him play, you look like you can see improvement from JD. And I know he missed 2 weeks earlier in the year, and that probably took a toll on him. Where are you seeing him get better?
Just more confidence. I feel like everybody on the bench has more confidence, and as a whole, we need everybody to step up and play their role to the best of their ability. I feel like JD in particular is playing great for us, and just got to keep going with the rest of the team. So.
Tolu, thank you. I'll let the other guys jump in.
Yes, sir.
Paul, go ahead.
Tolu, in most games this year, if you looked at the box score and saw you didn't get double digits and Iverson wasn't in double digits, it usually wasn't good news for y'all's team. What does it say about the growth of this team that here y'all are in February and getting more balance and able to beat a team by 20 just to be able to share the ball like you guys are doing?
It's great. It gives us confidence going into like next game. Like I said, it gives us momentum. Like I said, to give us momentum. Usually we have 3 people in double figures, like you said, but just to have other people in double figures, just a great boost for us. Not for just the starting 5, but for the bench as well. So.
Anything else for Tolu before we let him go? All right, thanks, big fella. Appreciate you.
Yes, appreciate it. Appreciate you.